Gen 4 fans really get up in arms about their favorite Pokemon, and to be fair, Gen 4 does have some of the best designs of all time. It gave us Carnivine after all. But between the repetitive jokes and insistence that the games are actually good, I think I can shed a few tears by explaining how a Gen 4 favorite managed to be totally useless in VGC. So today, let me explain to you why Electivire is the most disappointing electric type. Anyways, if you enjoyed this video at any point in time, be sure to leave a like and subscribe. As a matter of fact, you should really just subscribe right now because I have a playlist full of content just like this that you can watch once this video ends. And if you think you're subscribed, do me a favor and double check because a lot of my viewers actually aren't. With that, let's get into the video. But not before I plug my YouTube channel memberships. If you click the join button, not only do you get access to bonus videos every week and access to my podcast with Jody Azzarelli, but you also can join my members only Discord where we team build and discuss Pokemon broadly. You also get a badge by your name in the comments and in my live streams, and you get to see your name at the end of these videos. Lots of cool perks there, so consider supporting me with the channel membership. Now back to the video. Introduced as the cross-gen evolution of the Gen 1 Pokemon Electabuzz in Generation 4, Electivire was a pretty exciting prospect. Gen 4 was the generation where physical special split finally happened, so it's among the first electric types allowed to be a physical attacker. A 123 base attack stat is some pretty serious firepower when paired with a 95 base speed, and its bulk isn't bad with 75 HP, 67 defense, and 85 special defense. Only thing is, in Generation 4, Electivire didn't have access to Wild Charge yet, meaning its best physical electric option was Thunder Punch at a low 75 base power. At the time, Thunderbolt was still 95 base power instead of 90, so Electivire would often tack that on for better damage output, even coming off of its lower 95 base special attack stat. Like I said, its stats weren't bad, but they also weren't anything special. And as time went on, Electivire's not very special base 95 speed got it less and less value. Sure, it can boost its speed with motor drive, but that requires some sort of setup to have Electivire even begin to pose a threat in doubles. Remember, this is the format of Tailwind, Earthquake, powerful physical attackers, and redirection. Being just okay here won't cut it. Over the gens, Electivire would begin to have more and more notable Pokemon outspeed it, including the likes of Terrakion, Volcarona, Thundurus, Kartana, Cinderace, and various Mega Pokemon in Gen 6 and 7. Point is, being at least 100 speed matters a lot in modern VGC, and Electivire can't even manage a positive matchup into any of the big three of VGC. The introduction of Incineroar caused Electivire to not get nearly as much damage out of its 123 attack stat, since Incineroar is capable of intimidating it to lower that attack, faking it out before it can move, and clicking Parting Shot to repeat the cycle over and over again. Rillaboom is not only on nearly every team today, but it resists electric attacks and is more than capable of one-shotting Electivire due to its low 67 base defense. Yeah, this dude isn't tanking a wood hammer. Even Urshifu Rapid Strike can outspeed and threaten to KO Electivire with Surging Strikes or close combat. An Adamant Max Attack Wild Charge from Electivire isn't even a guaranteed KO against Urshifu Rapid Strike. And while Supercell Slam is a new option for it to get better damage, the downside of taking 50% health in recoil for a miss or hitting Protect is far too risky for players to run it. And if a Pokemon can't manage to do anything notable to these big three, it's bound to have a bad time trying to succeed in competitive Pokemon. Due to this, Electivire rarely has anyone represent it in the tournament. And you need to keep in mind that Electivire has been competing with other powerful electric types since the day it was created. These electric types have consistently boxed it out from being the best choice on teams. Zapdos has existed and been strong since Generation 1, Thundurus came around in Generation 5 and completely changed the game, and Tapu Koko completely blew it out of the water in Generation 7 even as a physical attacking electric type option. Not only was Electivire outclassed by other electric types, but it wasn't even the strongest in its own evolution line. As it turns out, Electabuzz, the pre-evolution of Electivire, was able to find a niche in modern VGC. Oh wow, the Gen 1 Pokemon is still good today, who would have guessed? But the point is, Electivire isn't totally useless. If Electivire didn't exist, how would Electabuzz use Eviolite? Eviolite simply causes the holder to have 50% increased defense and special defense if they aren't fully evolved. Electabuzz has lower stats almost across the board compared to Electivire, since, well, that's how evolutions work, but it just so happens to be the case that Electabuzz is actually much faster than Electivire at 105 base speed, allowing for it to outspeed many important modern Pokemon like Urshifu, Chi-Yu, and even Landorus Incarnate. When accounting for the Eviolite, Electabuzz has superior bulk, so while it doesn't hit nearly as hard as Electivire on the physical side, it does have much better utility. And to be honest, Electivire wasn't doing much for a team offensively anyways. Electabuzz even has a very solid ability which helps it out a ton. Vital Spirit prevents the user from falling asleep, meaning that by running Follow Me, Electabuzz is able to redirect spores and sleep powders away from partner Pokemon while not worrying about the move putting it to sleep. It was especially strong in the Regulation H format, where Sneasler was running rampant as the #1 Pokemon. Sneasler's Dire Claw has a 50% chance to either sleep, poison, or paralyze the target, but as a Vital Spirit electric type, Electabuzz was able to redirect the hit into itself and only have to worry about the poison since it was immune to the other two statuses. That 105 base speed stat even allowed for Electabuzz to be a decent speed control option since it has access to the move Electroweb, meaning it can outspeed opposing Pokemon like Chi-Yu and Urshifu, slow them down with Electroweb, and then have their partner Pokemon outspeed and combo into them to secure a KO before they even get to move. It's even got access to a number of more niche but useful support tools like Eerie Impulse to help lower special attack stats, Helping Hand to boost the partner's damage output, and even Feint to break opponents' protects. Electabuzz has had a ton of top cut performances in Generation 9 and is considered among the best redirection Pokemon due to these traits, which would ultimately not be possible if it weren't for Electivire just, well, existing. But that doesn't mean we can't try to make Electivire viable. It may be among the worst electric types, but there's some sauce to it. Let's showcase just what it's capable of despite being outclassed by its own pre-evolution. Okay, I mean, we just did a whole little discussion on how Electivire is really bad, and I figured it'd be fun if I provided an example game. So I'm going to be playing on ladder, and I'm going to just choose the best game that I get out of any matches that I play and showcase it to you guys. We're going to be using a physically offensive Electivire. It's running a magnet with Supercell Slam because that guarantees a one-shot on Adamant 4 HP Urshifu Rapid Strike. And we do have Follow Me on this set because I want to make sure that we're getting the max value out of it. And yeah, I almost just built like a worse Electabuzz, but I decided it was better if I just gave it a couple of support moves like Follow Me and Taunt. But we're Terra Dark knockoff to snipe opposing Calyrex Shadow Riders. And yeah, the rest of the team is pretty standard. It's like coaching Focus Sash Urshifu with Terra Stellar. We have Clear Amulet, Close Combat, and Glacial Lance on the Calyrex. Why do we have Close Combat? I didn't have a high horsepower TM, so I just wanted to showcase it a little bit. And we have like Scarf Landorus and stuff. But yeah, let me know if you guys like this format, or if we can do without the showcase video. But I'll be back with whichever game ends up being the best showcase of Electivire. Let's go ahead and get into it. Also, a new season started. That's why we're at Great Ball rank 9 on this account. Yeah, beginning of the season. We have no wins, no losses. Let's see what we can get. All right, we're going to be facing a Koraidon team. I'm not sure how useful the Electivire will be here beyond for the Follow Me. There isn't really a Pokemon I really want to hit with that Supercell Slam. And the reason we're running Supercell Slam instead of Wild Charge is because I really just don't want to have to deal with the recoil. Even though if I hit into a Protect, this Mon's basically just dead. It's for the best that we get that off. Instead of just dropping the recoil immediately and not getting KO. Supercell Slam's a little bit stronger. But I think here we should get some value out of Electivire. I think Supercell Slam with a magnet can one-shot a Flutterman. We also have the Terra Water on the Calyrex, so we can trigger him immediately. Scarf Lando endgame isn't bad. I think I want to go with the Urshifu, and yeah, we'll go Landorus for that reason. Endgame we can actually clean up. Incineroar might have been okay since we're Terra Ghost. We can not wall out the Koraidon, but we can get something done. All right, they end up leading off with Koraidon and Fluttermane. I lead off with my Electivire. I should be able to just redirect a hit into this Electivire, but guys, I'm going to be so for real. This Electivire is not surviving the turn. This Electivire is not going to survive the turn. I could opt to not even try to Follow Me. If they want to go for a Collision Course, Calyrex should live it. If they want to Flare Blitz, I definitely live it. Yeah, I think what I'm going to do here is actually just Supercell Slam into the Fluttermane with the Magnet. Hope that KOs. I'm going to go for the Trick Room immediately. Terra Water, Trick Room. And then we have Follow Me as an option. Another thing to note, the reason we're Magnet is because we needed the Jolly nature to outspeed opposing Urshifu Rapid Strike with Adamant nature. And if we outspeed it, I'd prefer to one-shot it. And without the magnet, we're not one-shotting with Supercell Slam. There's the taunt. They end up going for that. Okay, that's pretty fine. That's actually pretty fine. They might even just double into it. Actually, they wouldn't here. There's no point. They U-turn out. Do a pretty significant amount of damage. That's definitely like choice banded. You don't really run U-turn on anything but band. Can't follow me, unfortunately, anymore. And if the Rillaboom comes out, that could be a little bit annoying. There's the Chi-Yu. Actually, we're in a pretty good spot. This is a pretty good spot. We land the Supercell Slam. Hopefully it's Focus Sash so it stays in the field. It is Focus Sash. All right, and this Chi-Yu shouldn't be able to tank Supercell Slam and Glacial Lance since Chi-Yu doesn't have the best physical defense. The only thing that might be an issue is that the Chi-Yu might be Modest Nature. And if it's Modest Nature, I think... No, I don't think we outspeed. We're 150 speed, right? Let me check my Pokepaste. We're 150 speed. Let me check the Chi-Yu. Let me see how fast Chi-Yu gets. I always forget this number for base 100. I believe we don't outspeed at level 50. You know, I'm running out of time. Let's just hit it. We'll find out. All right, level 50. They end up tearing the Chi-Yu. Don't be Terra Ground. Okay, they're Terrafire. Luckily, the Trick Room is up. Yeah, Modest Chi-Yu at level 50 is 152, so we should underspeed. There's the Protect. We're going to get this Glacial Lance and Supercell Slam. Hopefully we don't miss, because then it's 95 accuracy. There's no way we miss this. It's like a play rough. Just with a really big downside for no particularly good reason. And there's the Supercell Slam. We're going to go ahead and get that off. It's not living with the magnet. I did not expect this to be the Electivire game. I'm going to be so honest, guys. There is no reason Electivire should be doing any of what it's doing right now. What's coming out? Koraidon doesn't enjoy... All right, there's Clefairy. That isn't an answer either. That does not enjoy this. Let me see. How many turns of Trick Room are left? 3 turns left of Trick Room. My play here is actually Taunt. Oh, I can't Taunt because I'm so stupid. Okay, it's fine. We do still just get Supercell Slam and another Glacial Lance. And our Calyrex is really healthy. Oh, there's the After You. Do we live this? It's gonna hurt. There's the Moonblast. I think we should tank it. Yep, doesn't do too much. Glacial Lance comes out. This is Magnet Boosted Supercell Slam. It might be able to KO the Clefairy with single target, but I'm not super sure, and we have to be really scared of this. And I could also just follow me too. Oh my god, we actually missed the Supercell Slam. And that's why you don't run this garbage Pokemon. Wild Charge, we wouldn't have gotten like any KOs, so I'm cool with this. I'm cool with this. We do still have Follow Me though. Follow Me should be really useful. And all of our Pokemon in the back, like I said, we brought the Scarf on the dude, so on the Landorus, so we should be fine. I'm gonna go ahead and I think our taunt wore off, right? Yeah, our taunt wore off. We can just go for the raw Glacial Lance. Follow Me away the Collision Course, because they're probably just gonna After You a Collision Course. And then this Glacial Lance should one-shot. I am so surprised this actually worked out. I did not think that would happen. But yeah, also let me know what you think of this format. Like, I feel like I said that already, but let me know if you'd prefer more games or just the one. Because I feel like the more games we get, the less likely we are to have like a decent showcase. And it ends up just being like a showdown live. But I just wanted this to be like a small part of the video as like supplementary watching. Here's the Follow Me. They're gonna After You. There it is, and it's gonna fail because we Follow Me the After You. Here's the Glacial Lance. And that's just a double KO. I am so surprised we actually got a decent Electivire game on the first try. And like, not even just a decent game. That was a really good Electivire game. It actually showcased it can do something. It did showcase its biggest downside being the fact that it needs to connect Supercell Slam to get any damage, since it's just superior damage to Wild Charge. But yeah, a single Protect would have ruined us. Anyways, that's gonna be it for today. I'm still in shock I actually got that first try. I'll leave the Pokepaste down below. I'm not gonna put up a rental because I need to make sure I have the rentals open for Mofongo Monday. But yeah. If you guys want rentals in the future, let me know. Anyways, if you enjoyed, leave a like, subscribe, turn on notifications, and I'll see you in the next one. Goodbye.